Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Do you agree that the United States of America could overthrow, through its, operatives, CIA, and so on, many governments on this planet, especially the client governments, like Ukraine? Not I, because I am a baboon, say so, or I have the conviction that is very possible. Is because there are books, there's information you can access and find out how many times CIA organized coups in countries that were friendly to us and not friendly to us. In this case, we have an article coming from Russia Today, actually citing Financial Times, where they claim that Trump sees Zelensky as primary obstacle, end quote, to Ukraine's peace, according to Financial Times. This is from today, the 12th of July, 2025. The US president still regards Russia's Vladimir Putin as the quote-unquote main negotiating partner, the report claims. Why? They say still because they don't want Trump to regard Putin as the main negotiator. They want Trump to use the American might to fight the Russian might for the benefit of them. So, my clear question, I don't like this kind of things. Each country should be, ideally independent, sovereign. Its domestic policies should be worked by the country, by the nation that has the country, the territory, and so on. But unfortunately, reality is not like that. But in this case, we have Zelensky. Zelensky is in charge of Ukraine. We like it or not, right? Now, it should be the Ukrainians' job to, decide what their future could be. The same should have been Chile with Allende. The same should have been, Iran with Mossadegh. The same should have been with many other countries where they intervened and overthrew governments. The list is long. You can find on it. There's no debate about it anymore. It's clear. It hasn't been for a while. Anyway, so if Donald Trump sees Zelensky as a primary obstacle to Ukraine peace, why is he not removing him? I mean, in real life, he would have no problem doing that. No problem. Zero. Why is he using? Is he using Zelensky? Or can't he remove Zelensky? Or they don't allow him to remove Zelensky yet? Because it's not it's just a technicality. It's just a decision was not made. If these guys tell Trump, or they say, yes, Zelensky must go, Zelensky, I guarantee you, in 48 hours, within 48 hours, is out. Going to London, pack his billions and go to London or New York. So why Trump doesn't remove him? I don't like to talk like this, or remove him, but this is reality. I mean, you've done it in 100 and some countries many times. Why not here? If he's the main obstacle, gives us the illusion that Zelensky is really in charge. I think Zelensky is in charge 1%. That's how much I think he has power over there. There are forces behind manipulating him. Did you see the guy? Did you see Zelensky act? Behave. Have you seen him before the war in Ukraine? Two different people. One drugged up and scared as fuck, and I don't think he's functioning normal. And the other one, the clown that he is. Evil clown. So Putin is the partner. Of course he is the partner. He is the other side of the table. It's not Ukraine. So Trump has to negotiate with Zelensky. I don't believe that. I believe 1% I believe that Zelensky has any power. He could be removed just like this by London or New York or Washington DC or whatever place from these two countries. So then what is it? What is it? I think they use this guy to continue that, just to use him as, I don't know if you've done this or you encountered this, when you have the family good cop and bad cop. With the children, for instance, I tell dad, you know what I mean? Or even though mom is in charge. Or I tell mom, even though you are in charge. But you pretend because that's the way it goes. Or let's say you don't want to go somewhere to meet someone and they call you and you tell your wife, tell them I don't want to go. And she, oh, but she doesn't want to go, but she doesn't have the power. She portrays it as if I have a say, but she doesn't want to go. She's going to say, Emil doesn't want to go. Okay, or Emil has something scheduled or prearranged or something like this. But actually she's in charge. Let's put it this way. The same here. They use Zelensky as if he has a say. Because the more you dilute things, the more you can control them in this case. In this case, things are clear. Zelensky is right there. They use him or they push him away whenever they need him. When they need a vote, they get Zelensky. When they don't need a vote, they kick Zelensky to his clown show. So my problem is, why don't they remove Zelensky? And you have peace. Because these guys in financial time give us Zelensky's legitimacy. They build it like Zelensky is the obstacle. I don't think he is the obstacle. He is a zero over there. 1% I would give him. So then what is it? The Americans, it's clear. I mean, the Americans, it's clear, to me at least. The war is between the interests that harnessed a few Western countries, and the United States of America in particular, because you don't need to, if I want to take control of an army, I'm not going to try to get the soldiers, 5 soldiers, 15 soldiers. I get one general. I get the one in charge. The guy with the most power. That's the one I have to bribe. That's the one I have to build. That's the one I have to show that he's legitimate. 1 or 2 or 3. But at the top. That's why I don't need to, I don't know, to bribe Romania or Albania. These guys will be told what to do by the bigger guys. United States of America, Great Britain, France, Germany. These are the ones. Those I have to control those. When I control those, the Germans are, I don't have to tell the Romanians, I don't have time. I have other things to do, like sleep. So I tell the Germans, tell them. And the Germans, hey, Romanians, and the Romanians, okay. So that's the way it works. The same here with Ukraine and the Americans. Actually, the Americans are used by the interest against Russia. That's the naked truth. And then all the, oh my God, is the European Union is more complicated. It's no more complicated. These are human beings. They're clear. Some of them are simple men and women. Look at Kaja Kallas. Look at her. Look at Annalena Baerbock. Simple human beings. Infantile on top of that. Not only simple, infantile. To be simple doesn't mean that you're evil or you're stupid. No, you're just, no, I like A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. That doesn't. No, those are infantile. Grown-ups with brains, child brains. So those are, remember Kaja Kallas, the former Estonia's prime minister. That's what she was. Estonia has 1.3 million people. Was appointed as the foreign minister with the diplomacy, the biggest diplomat in the European Union, with a population about what, 450 million people or something, from 1.3 to 450. Based on what? I heard her speak. I read her statements. She is a 7th grader. That's her level. How? So, okay, I think we settled that score. And Liz Truss from Great Britain, Annalena Baerbock. I mean, just listen to them and many others. So in this case, you deal with the Russians. But you don't want to deal with the Russians. You play all these guys. Why? The big interest, you work through the Americans. Why? The Americans have the biggest resources. The biggest in anything, including stupidity. Remember, stupidity is omnipresent. We don't have to do anything to have it by birth anyway. So, yeah, Zelensky is the primary obstacle. No, he's not. I think the interests are the primary obstacle. And the interest, unfortunately for all of us, they still make profits, and their profit to be made out of Ukrainians and the Russians' misery. That's what it is. I think this is horrible. Horrible, horrible. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.